Well, today's Try It Out Tuesday is really important to me for a couple of different reasons and why I want to talk about it. Reason number one is it was highly recommended by my sister Meg, who is getting married in October, and she's trying to really get in shape, lose some weight, get healthy to start out her new life in October. But also it's important to me because I want to do the same. And I am really doing a reassessment and a reevaluation of all of my resolutions that I made back in January. Because at the end of June, we're going into the second half of the year. So beginning July 1, it's assessment time and it's a time to reboot. And to help me do that, I am using a product that was recommended by my sister called the Noom program. Now, it's all about healthy living, healthy lifestyle, healthy tracking, support, being mindful of what we put in our bodies and how we move and how we live, really a healthy lifestyle. And as you guys know, I am all about a gardening lifestyle to help me take care of all of this into a ripe old age. And so going forward in the second half of the year, I am going to employ this Noom program. Now, some of the reasons that my sister loved it and some of the reasons that it appeals to me are the following. Number one, she is a nursing educator and she is just extremely impressed by things that are science-based. And Noom is very much science-based, both from a psychological standpoint, from studies, from a nutritional standpoint. And I really like that about it. So it made me have confidence in it that it wasn't just some kind of fad or something. It's actually a program that can inform really healthy behaviors. So for example, I talk all of the time about how I like to track my steps during the day. So it can integrate with, this program can integrate with my fitness apps. So I can track every day and it will tell me, have I gotten in my 10,000 steps? One of my resolves at the beginning of this year was to drink more water. I think I talked about my challenge to myself that every time I pick up my water glass, take 5 sips, not just one. I can set a goal on this program and it will tell me over the course of the day if I am keeping up with my own self-established goals that I want to accomplish in terms of drinking my water. I can log my meals and I can make sure that what I am eating is healthy. And what I love about it is I can track my meals and it will automatically give me the calorie counts on different things. I love this. This is one of those things that I knew and this is an example of some of the tips it gives you. I knew this to be true. And yet it wasn't until in some of the support notifications they gave me and in some of the lessons that they have you read that it came back to me tenfold. And that is like food density, for example. So I love vegetables, and vegetables are much less calorie dense and less food dense than things that I also love, like avocados and ice cream. But they're also filling. So it gives you, that was one example this week of something that I already knew, but I'd kind of forgotten about it. Because something that's important to me, I don't know about you, is that I feel full. And I sometimes forget that I can eat like lots of say a cauliflower casserole or something, and I can prepare it in a certain way, and it's not only healthy for me, but it's very satisfying. So I can check into the program and they can make sample recipes for me. It can give me ideas. So if I like go to the farmer's market, or I even go to my back garden and I am harvesting a bunch of dill or a bunch of parsley or a bunch of peppers, I can go into the recipes to see if it's got a healthy alternative. I can save it as a favorite recipe, and it's very easily a go-to reference for me. Likewise, I like it because it prompts me. So it will give me prompts. One of the things that it advocates that I used to do all of the time, and I'm going to be a little bit personal here. So I'm not going to pretend like I've got a terrible weight problem or anything. I've been very, very gifted with pretty good genes, and weight has never been a tremendous issue. But I am like a lot of you. I'm getting older, and it's not as easy for me to lose a few pounds after I gain them than it used to be, especially around my middle. I'm also probably like a lot of you that during COVID, we may have eaten for comfort, we may have eaten for different reasons, and Noom can remind me that I really want to live my better life. And I gained about 3 pounds during COVID, and I want to lose those 3 pounds so that I don't get too far off track as I age. And here's my question of the day. Let me know if that resonates with any of you. So I have a range that I feel comfortable in. And one thing I like about Noom is that it will tell me why that range might fluctuate, and fluctuate in a healthy way, not necessarily in a bad way. Stuart's nodding.
Yeah.
So for example, Stuart might be using Noom, and he can read that because he ate a lot of sushi
Which happens.
the night before, it may not necessarily be unhealthy, but maybe he ate a lot of soy sauce or things that would make him retain water. So that will make him feel not so bad when he does his daily weigh-in, because it prompts you to weigh in daily, which is something that pre-COVID I always did, and I got out of the habit of doing that on a daily basis. And I know there's different thinking on that. Some will say don't do it that often. For me, it's a real accountability thing. And for me, it helped me stay accountable, weighing myself daily. And Noom will prompt me and tell me, have you weighed yourself today? And it will also tell me exactly how to do it at the same time, under the same circumstances every day, so that when you look at your graph on Noom, it will be consistent in terms of different kind of control factors. I love it because if you need a little pat on the back every once in a while, if you need some support, if you need some coaching, if you're struggling with something, then Noom has your back, and you have a very customizable program and customizable coach, if you will, who maybe knows what your Achilles heels are when it comes to eating in an unhealthy way, or know your emotional patterns of eating, your psychological patterns of eating, and you have someone that is a real supportive presence in your life. My sister really liked that she felt that she had some accountability to someone else, but also support from someone else, and that can help her answer questions that might come up along the way. I like the fact that it's just so readily accessible, and I can look back again from a support standpoint and see, okay, is anybody else having the same issues that I'm having? It'll give stories, because to me, I'm a huge, you guys know I love to frame things in the context of a story. So there are success stories on here, so you can refer to it and see if somebody has a story that maybe parallels your own. I like the fact that it can just help me track progress over a period of time, and if I do kind of fall back in terms of my healthy eating patterns, or for some reason, like if I'm sick, like I was sick a couple of weeks ago, then it makes me feel not so bad, because it puts it in context of, okay, this is fine, don't beat yourself up, don't feel bad, this is just the way it is, this isn't falling off the wagon, this is just the wagon changing course for a brief period of time. And so because of that, I love it, and it's giving me an opportunity to reboot and have a customizable way for me to look at the next 6 months. The other way that it's trackable is that you can put in your own goals. So do you want to, it may not be, maybe you don't want to lose weight. It may just be that you want something that will encourage you to just eat healthier. And I think lots of us fall in that category. We just want to be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies. And so that can be an objective that you can keep track of that has absolutely nothing to do with weight loss. I like the way they have very intuitive categories for what kind of food you're eating. You know, is it a green food? Is it a red food? Is it a yellow food? And you then kind of make those kind of associations that I talked about in habit change at the beginning of the year. And by the way, Stuart, let's put a link up to the video on habit change that I did at the very beginning of the year, because I'm revisiting those things as I look into rebooting for the next over here for the next 6 months. There's different ways you can use the program, but I pretty much find that my phone is indispensable, so I can access information on the phone. I can be at the grocery store, I can look at the recipe section, and I can then see exactly what it is. I also like the fact that I know it's just a digital program, but it makes me feel like it cares. So I can record kind of how I'm feeling that day. I could put a smiley face, or I could put a sad face. This story of the week is learning to be patient with myself. I am really hard on myself. And my sister is really hard on herself too. So I like the fact that it is also teaching me not only how to eat healthier and live healthier, but psychologically to not be quite so hard on myself. All again, that is scientifically based. There's a library of information that I can access on here. I can track on Noom my calorie budget of what I want to eat. I can adjust my goals as I improve. And I like the way it makes things. It reminds me about things I already know. It makes certain healthy nutritional guidelines very intuitive. It has my back. It's easy. It's science-based. And it just, I think, is really going to be helpful for me in the next 6 months. So it's something that I just wanted to tell you guys about on Try It Out Tuesday. My sister absolutely loves it. Stuart, I think you talked, since I spoke so highly about it, I think you said that you were going to try it maybe. Yep. Stuart doesn't have a lot of weight to lose, but he wants to lose just a little bit of weight. And again, if it's not even so much about, it's not really a weight loss program, it's just a healthy lifestyle program, and that's what I'm about. And to me, a healthy lifestyle is a key component of living a true garden lifestyle. And so I just wanted to share it with you guys. If going into, on July 1st, we reboot, it's time for me to revisit all of those things that I looked at the beginning of the year. Standing up straight, drinking more water, watching what I ate, trying to get in my 10,000 steps a day, and making myself accountable to myself, because I think that's what's really important. So there is your Try It Out Tuesday for today. Look into the Noom program, see if it might be instructive for you. So far, I have used it for 2.5 weeks. And by the way, I love things, and Carrie and Stuart will tell you this about me. I just need something to keep me on track, because I am easily distracted by life. I've got lots of obligations. I have lots of things going on at one time, and I need a little tickle every now and again to tell me what I need to do next. And Noom will do that for you in a way that is not obnoxious. So if you're like me and you need a little nudge every now and again to live your best life, then you might think about putting Noom in your back pocket as maybe just to help you live that best life. So there you go. There is your Try It Out Tuesday, the Noom Healthy Lifestyle Program.